Okay, moving on here. Next candidate for Lieutenant Governor. Are you ready? E.W. Jackson.
Since I am here at the good graces of my lovely wife of 42 years, I would be remiss not to introduce her. Theodora Jackson, stand up, doll. She's a little short, but if you look, you can see her. Just a few days ago, we celebrated one of the greatest speeches ever given in our history by Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. Now, we all quote the I Have a Dream section of that speech, but we sometimes forget that he said that when the founding fathers wrote the Declaration of Independence, they were writing a check to which every American would fall heir. Not just black Americans or white Americans, brown Americans, not just men, not just women, but to which every American would fall heir. Now, my great-grandparents, Gabriel and Eliza Jackson, who were first slaves and then sharecroppers in Orange County, Virginia, didn't know that that day would come. But their great-grandson is now the Republican nominee for Lieutenant Governor of Virginia. The words that he was quoting are the majestic words of the Declaration of Independence. Behold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Folks, if you ask me why I stood in the Marine Corps office in 1970 and raised my hand and took an oath, not to a man, but to the Constitution of the United States, that I would preserve, protect, and defend it from all enemies, foreign and domestic, is because there is no country like the United States of America. It's the greatest nation that the world has ever known. We are not a Democrat nation or a Republican nation. We ought to be, and ought to be striving to be, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, we may be in different parties, but I guarantee you that most of us in this room have the same desires for our country, the same desires for our children, the same desires for our grandchildren. We may have different approaches about how we get there, but this is what I say. Let's come back to the fundamental principles that made this country great and unify around those, and we can build a future in the 21st century that is greater than any century we've experienced so far. Let's stop allowing ourselves to be balkanized, black against white, rich against poor, men against women, business against government. Let's come together around a unified vision for this nation. Our founding fathers had their differences, but they came together and decreed us a nation unlike any other. We do them a dishonor and a disrespect to so divide ourselves and to so tear ourselves apart at the seams. We have got to come together, and you have my pledge that if I am elected Lieutenant Governor, I will be Lieutenant Governor for every single citizen in this Commonwealth, not just those of my own party, not just those who agree with me, but of every citizen. I will fight for the Democrats' freedom just like I will fight for the Republicans' freedom. I will fight for the freedom of poor people and black people who may feel disenfranchised, just like I'll fight for the freedom of the middle income and wealthier people in our Commonwealth. We have got to bring this Commonwealth together, because if we do that, maybe we can light the light of liberty so brightly again. You know, the light that those who came from other countries would see shining atop the Statue of Liberty when they came, giving them a sense of hope. Maybe we can light that light again. You know, not the light that my ancestors saw, because they came here on slave ships. Let me tell you something. Our ancestors may have come on different ships, but we are all in the same boat now, and we've got to start acting right. if we allow the light of liberty to shine so brightly that citizens can see it from sea to shining sea,